award-winning Tennessee Wildcast is on the air with the latest on hunting, fishing, boating, wildlife watching, and all things outdoors. Make welcome your host, drummer and outdoor expert novice, Jason Harmon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to this edition of Tennessee Wildcast, or should I say welcome out. We're outside today.
Yeah, it's great.
Miss Mimi Barnes is helping me co-host. We are at the MasterCraft manufacturing facility here in Von Orr, Tennessee, and I'm excited to be out here.
It is a magical place.
Yeah, as you can see behind us, we have the MasterCraft X-Star S series. And we'll learn more about these boats as we go throughout the show today. This show is all about the partnership that has sparked between the agency and MasterCraft about educating people on the water and getting people out there to be safe on the water. And we'll get into all that and how that all came about very soon. I want to introduce LeAna Warner, Production Manager.
Yes.
She was on the show last time, and we're going to get more in-depth and more deep discussion today with her. And Dan Tremaine, the Product Manager for MasterCraft. So appreciate you guys being with us.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Yeah. And we mentioned Mimi, but she's our Outreach and Communications Coordinator for Region 3.
Happy to be here.
Glad you're here with us
Always
as well.
Fun.
So I think we'll jump in, kind of introduce where we are. We'll jump in with who we are and tell us a little bit about ourselves. So maybe we'll start down the line. Miss LeAna, why don't you tell us what you do and who you are for MasterCraft?
All right. I'm LeAna Warner. I'm the production manager here at MasterCraft. Been here a short 2 years, but it's been a wonderful experience. What a great place to work, great work family, great product. I have a really interesting background. I have 15 years in chemical manufacturing. My degree is in biology. So really anything that doesn't have to do with boats has gotten me to where I am today. So
that's cool.
Yeah, both of my parents are military, so I've moved anywhere and everywhere, and I'm just like a little hodgepodge of a person that is here and happy to be here. So
well, we're glad you approached us about this idea to partner and how we could partner. Tell us a little bit about that story real fast, how that happened.
So I was at the Buffalo Ridge facility at the Becoming an Outdoors Woman event for the muzzleloader hunt, and was just looking around, and they were giving their safety speech about hunting and stuff, and I was like, safety is obviously important to TWRA, and it's important to MasterCraft. Why not see if we couldn't work together during the summer to really make sure our community understands how to use our boats safely and really how to enjoy the most out of summer, which is by boating safely. Yeah. So I thought it was logical and a logical partnership, and pursued it, and had all kinds of discussions, contacted some of your folks at the Chattanooga Boat Show and got Mimi's contact and reached out, and here we are today. So I'm very excited to be working alongside you guys, and I'm glad to have you here at our facility.
Well, we're glad to be here too.
It is a great facility. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
here.
You got to take a tour a couple of weeks ago. I missed that trip. But so Dan, tell us about yourself and what you do for MasterCraft.
Yep, my name's Dan. I am the product manager here at MasterCraft Boats. Been here a little bit over 5 years, but I'm kind of like LeAna. I've been in a number of industries, but I've grown up boating. I rode behind MasterCraft when I was a little kid. It's the first boat I ever learned how to wakeboard behind. Cool. And I've continued to be an enthusiast all the way through my career. So been here a little over 5 years, but have almost 15 years experience in the industry as itself. So when the opportunity came to come to MasterCraft, I jumped on it full board.
So what's a day look like for you when you come into the office?
It depends on the day.
Are you riding boats on the water?
Some days, yeah. Some days I am. It's a really great perk I get. But really my main function here is to work kind of cross-functionally across multiple departments, mainly sales, marketing, and engineering, to ensure kind of what we're doing from a product development standpoint is meeting the consumer's needs and wants, and also what the market's demanding. So I have a very unique job. I love it. It's challenging, and it makes me kind of think outside the box every day. But more importantly, I get to be here. I get to work with people like LeAna that are enthusiasts as well, and you get to stare at the lake every day. It's not a bad job.
Yeah. Well, we've touched on it a little bit, but why is this partnership important for MasterCraft? And I know y'all want to share the safety message for sure, but tell us a little bit about why that was on your heart to get us together.
It's just you guys have it's just a. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
To me, it's just it's so logical. You guys are always out there every day making sure our community is boating safely. We're doing everything we can on our side to make sure we create safe boats, and that's our number one priority. Not only in the product that we make, but at our facility. We just celebrated, I think we're at over 2.5 million safe hours that we've worked here at the plant. And
wow,
so
that's great.
every day we're promoting safety, and so do you guys, and that's why it just works. It just works together, you know.
Yeah, one of the things that I often hear our officers say is they're not out there to ruin fun. Mm-hmm. They want people to have fun on the water. They just want people to be safe and go home at the end of the day.
Sure.
So very fitting with MasterCraft.
Yeah. I mean, that's not our mission. Is not to ruin your fun day on the water. That's not what we're out there to do. It's, you know, there's times when people will do things they shouldn't do or get in situations they shouldn't be in, and that's why we're there. But,
sure.
You know, National Safe Boating Week just passed, and that was a time that we focus on safe boating, but that's not the last time. We're doing that all year long. That's our focus.
It is the kickoff to our boating season. I know
Yes.
your boat's all year long.
Yeah.
but that's truly the kickoff to our boating season, and when we really start seeing an uptick on boaters on the water and really start pushing those safety messages.
Sure. Yep. So tell us about the types of boats and some of the stuff that comes out of this facility. This is a beautiful boat here, and it looks like maybe one of the top of the line, but tell us what comes out of this shop.
Yep, that's the XRS. It is one of our top of the line boats. It is it's our flagship model. But you know, we were founded here in 1968. MasterCraft was, and we really focus on building handcrafted boats that are built off of our legacy of performance, innovation, quality, and comfort. Over the course of a year, we'll build thousands of boats, from surf boats to wakeboard boats to ski boats, and we are also one of the most award-winning towboat manufacturers in the world. So a lot of stuff goes on here every day, but really it's about giving really good quality products out the door.
You go ahead, Mimi.
Well, I was going to say, so LeAna provided a couple of our officers and our boating person from Nashville, Betsy Woods, and me along for this behind-the-scenes tour. And I honestly had zero expectations and came away loving the day, to understand the dedication and commitment of all the employees that went into the work from start to finish. So briefly walk us through that process. It is a huge facility. We went through multiple warehouses, but walk us through that process, if you would.
Yeah, I think it all starts in the lamination building, you know, where they actually do roll the fiberglass. And one thing to remember, you know, it's not a machine rolling the fiberglass. It's people. We have over 700 people that work here now.
Wow.
So we've grown phenomenally, and from the very beginning of the boat to the last person that touches this before the shrink wrap goes on to send it to the customer, it's all 100% handmade. The trailers, you know, are made in our trailer shop by a great group of folks up there. So they go through the lamination process, you know, and all the holes are drilled in very specific places for specific models, and then they come into the assembly building and we just start piling on all the parts.
It was shocking. One thing I didn't expect was to see electrical being ran, and you know it's on a boat. You just don't think about all those processes that go on to get that boat to its final product, and I was just surprised by that. And I have to say, I also loved seeing the men and women sewing the seats with these huge sewing machines, and just all these different steps that it took to get MasterCraft to this end product, which is a beautiful boat.
It's really amazing. You know, we have a whole team of sewers, a whole team of upholstery builders. I mean, it's just start to finish with this boat, and it's such a beautiful process and beautiful boat, all the way from the start to the end. It's the people on the hill in engineering. It's our marketing team. It's everybody working together and just enjoying what we do and loving our product.
Yeah, we really appreciated our time with them and seeing how the boats get pushed down the line on a huge dolly type thing. I don't know what you all have a name for it, I'm sure, but It was pretty neat to see. We appreciated that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was glad to have you guys here.
And it's all the little attention to details too.
Sure.
If you go down the line, from the stitching to doing the electrical checks to checking for any type of defect that might there be to make sure it's fixed, it's ready to go for the consumer at the end of the day. So that consumer, if they want to buy one of these boats, they can make it the way they want to. Every boat is unique to the consumer. They can custom build any way they want to and really get the boat that they want for them and their family.
So fully customized, handmade,
100%.
in the USA.
Yes.
That's
in Tennessee.
Awesome. Tennessee.
East Tennessee only. Yep.
Yeah, that's even one of the more cool parts, I think, right here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to find there were no other facilities, and yet you're shipping. You mentioned a lot of the areas. So tell us about some of the places these boats are going to.
Oh gosh, we just finished the season in Australia. There's a big customer base out there.
Yep. We're a global company, obviously, so we do a lot of our shipments here in the United States, but we do ship across the world. Australia, as LeAna just mentioned, just finished. Hong Kong, Asia, Europe, South Africa, South America, all over the place. Canada, you'll find our boats everywhere.
Wow. Are there storefronts in these other areas, or is everything done online?
No, we do have dealership locations. That way they still have that face-to-face interaction. That's still a big want from the consumer is to, yes, they might do a lot of their research online. What kind of boat do I want? And we have a lot of tips on our website, mastercraft.com, that you can go to if you're interested in a boat and kind of take a quiz and figure out what kind of boater are you? What kind of boat really meets your needs? But they might go through that process online, but it's still getting inside the dealership, meeting with that salesman, meeting the team, because that's a whole other part of it that beyond the manufacturing team here goes to our dealer team and our dealer network that are partners of ours. That you're buying a boat, and it's an expensive boat, and something that you want to be able to do with your family day in and day out on the water. And the summer season, depending on where you are geographically, is very short, 3 months max some places. So our dealers are set up to make sure that you feel comfortable, you feel taken care of, you're part of the MasterCraft family, and that they will make sure that you are out on the water with your family, staying safe and boating and enjoying the product that you purchased. That's a whole nother leg of what we do here at MasterCraft is our dealer network.
So, go ahead. No,
I think that's something important that Dan brought up. These boats are for families. Yes, they're amazing boats, and we have all kinds of activities with professional sports, but I have a 2-year-old, and my 2-year-old has run laps inside of that, and we're chasing him around this little boat, but it's really a boat for families to enjoy. Not just one marketplace or another. It really is a great boat to do anything with.
So this is a question we hadn't planned on asking you, but you make me think about it when you're sending these boats around the world. Is boating the same everywhere? I mean, are people looking for the same type of enjoyment in Finland and Australia that they would here in Tennessee?
It depends on where you are. I mean, from a high level standpoint, we have a lot of different consumers, right? We really cater to first time boaters, or we have really experienced enthusiasts. We have young families, like LeAna just mentioned, to professional athletes. Our boats can really cater to any type of skill level that's out there. You mentioned do people boat differently across the world. When COVID happened and people were looking for ways to spend time with their family, but also be socially distant, and you couldn't travel. Really put a high emphasis on just the outdoor lifestyle, recreational sports as a whole, right? Obviously, boating saw a huge demand out of that, and we saw a massive spike in just first time boat owners in general, first to boating. They came from other areas of recreational world that wasn't on the water. So it's been a challenge in terms of making sure that they are comfortable in the boats and that they feel safe in the boats because they're not used to a boat. It's not I heard that in another podcast you guys are doing, it's not a car, right? It's not the same thing. So there's a lot of things to think about when you get in it. But we saw a huge spike in first new to boating, and then also a large rebuy from our current consumer base.
Yeah, I think Officer David Holt says what those muscle motions that you're so used to, muscle memory of a car, doesn't translate over to a boat.
No break.
And it's it's one really important thing for our officers when people are considering boating safety and they go through a boater ed class. They still have to be comfortable driving their boat, and that safety matters for TWRA, and it matters for MasterCraft. We appreciate that.
And it matters for the boat you just bought, right? You get a nice boat, and you don't want to scratch it. Just like you don't want to scratch a new car, right? So understanding how the boat operates is key.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of understanding how they operate, we're on a ramp here next to your facility. There's water here. Can customers come ride and drive these boats and test them out, or is this for you guys to test them out and make sure they're running like they should before they go off to the customer?
So as part of our process, we actually take every single boat out on the water and have approximately a 1-hour test done just to ensure that everything is top-notch, 100% ready to go for the customer. So I don't think this ramp is open to the public.
No,
this is just for us.
This is just for us. Lots of our dealers do on water demos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And prior to COVID, we did really love having consumers here, people that wanted to come tour the facility. They could. Since COVID, we haven't really gotten back to that just because there's so many variants out there. But it's something that we want to hopefully get back to in the near or long-term future.
I think that's cool to be able to try one out, to if you're going to like it and try the different models and things.
Hey, you got to drive it before you buy it, right? I mean, and that's what we really get with our dealers, right? That's where the other leg of our company is, and what we do is making sure that a consumer reaches out to a dealer. Hey, you're interested in this boat? Hey, you know what? Let's get you out on the water. Yeah. Come out, take a ride with it. Bring the kids, bring the family. Let's show you what a day on a MasterCraft is going to be like for you.
Yeah, it's amazing how knowledgeable our dealers are. It's really they're a good resource, and they'll answer any questions that you have.
One of the things I was also really impressed with when we took the tour was the very last station that those boats ended before they came out here, you said, to the ramp. And there were these little wax circles around things that I couldn't personally see. But it was the quality that MasterCraft was going to ensure that a customer was receiving a perfect product. And it was... I just thought that showed a lot of detail and attention for customers. And I think if I'm buying a car, if I'm buying a boat, well, how great, to know that you all put that attention into it. And then someone gets the great job. I was saying, that's a great TWRA retirement job,
there you go.
Maybe to test out your boats.
That's right.
Probably a little more qualifications needed, though.
But yeah, that was a neat process to see, and it is a beautiful facility and a huge facility. But any places in Tennessee that you would send someone to if they wanted to look at a MasterCraft boat?
We have dealers across the state of Tennessee. You can go to our website, mastercraft.com, and go to a dealer locator. You put in your zip code, and it will pop up your closest dealer. So it's the easiest way to go and find someone that you're close to.
So we've asked this question of you before, but why would MasterCraft choose Tennessee out of all the places? Why Tennessee?
Tennessee has actually been a really big hub for a number of decades for boating. We are surrounded by the boat companies out here, and it's for a couple of reasons. One, the waterway, right? We're on it right now. It's great. It's beautiful. Easy access to water. We also have a very unique skilled labor force here in East Tennessee that kind of specialize in boating for whatever reason, but it's great. It's great that we're here, and it's awesome. And also the environment's great. It's warm relatively most of the year. Great weather like we're having today. So it's just a natural place to be.
How do those boats get shipped out of here?
So we have a special cover that we put on them, and we shrink wrap them, and then off they go. Through
truck, train? How did they get to these other countries?
I guess by boat is part of it.
We have partnerships with transport companies that take them to the ports, and
it's
then
amazing.
Off they go.
Yeah, they stack them on those trailers. I've seen them, double stacked, and how they get down the interstates and stuff. It
depends on where they're going, but it's by truck or by boat. So sometimes both.
What's the most unique boat that you've seen come out of here? You said they're fully customizable.
So there are, and
I want a pink stripe there and a yellow stripe over there.
We can do it. We can do it.
We do it, and we do custom gel flake as well. So you can kind of, if you want, we don't offer a pink boat, but if you want a hot pink boat, we got you. We can do it. But we do, for one quick story, we do have one boat every year that gets built. We call it a Skittles boat, and they pick every single color that we have available. So it's unique to them, and they love it, and that's great.
So you design it for them and say, what do you think?
No, they design it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go on our website, mastercraft.com, and go to design a boat. And you can really walk through the entire process yourself and pick your own colors and kind of just either deck it out however you want to, and then you can print that off or send it to the dealer. Like, hey, I want this boat right here, and they can take care of it for
They're
you.
going to call you and say, "Are you sure?" But we will build it.
Yes, we will.
So, with this new partnership, maybe we need a Wildcast boat.
Hey.
We could do a Wildcast wrap. No.
You can do it.
LeAna did share some photos with us that were just amazing of some of the boats, but there was a small all these beautiful, huge boats, but my eye, of course, maybe it reflects my age, was drawn to the vintage-looking boat. And it was a ski boat. It was this much smaller boat next to all these huge boats. Maybe that's my speed. I don't know.
Hey, depends. That's our roots, right? We started out doing ski boats. That was our roots. And then, as the times have changed and the consumer demand has changed, we've adjusted to wakeboarding and now surfing.
So what's the most typical boat someone would order? Because that was the only ski boat amongst the crowd. What's the most typical boat?
It depends. We have, like I said, we have a boat for everyone out there. We have boats for families. We have boats for experienced enthusiasts. So really, we can really cater to anyone's needs and really, more importantly, anyone's skill levels, which is the beauty about our boats.
Well, I wanted to touch on safety but real quick. We offer safety courses at the agency for just being safe on the water, know how to be on the water and operate a boat safely on the water. But do you guys work through a course to show people how to run the boats after they've purchased? I guess the dealers would take care of that for you.
Our dealers, we do train and coach our dealers to always do an on-water demo. So if you are purchasing a boat from a MasterCraft dealership, they will get it ready for you. They'll prep it for you, get it all set to go. They'll meet you at the water, and then they'll take you out on it with you and make sure you're comfortable and do kind of an on-water delivery demo. I mean, that's if they don't want to be like, hey, here you go, have fun.
Good luck.
There's a lot to it, right?
Here's the key.
Yeah, from trailering to launching it on the ramp and getting in the water to docking it, to just spending the day on the water and how to navigate things. It's always important to have someone there with you to talk you through it. And then if you ever have any questions, you can always call your dealer as well.
Yeah, I think it's neat just thinking about the process of finishing out, how you guys will take them out there and test every part of it, every square inch of that boat, from the radio to whatever it may be, to make sure it's top notch for that customer and safe for them, on the safety side and everything.
So we know what our officers would go through, that kind of list of everything that folks should do to be safe on the water. But from that boater standpoint, what would you suggest for folks to be safest on the water?
The butterflies are all around us.
Yeah, I know, it's magical.
It's such good luck. It's to be smart. I mean, it's when you're out there, just being responsible about where you are, being aware of your surroundings, staying as far away from shore as possible if you're doing a wake sport like wakeboarding or surfing or something like that. Being aware of other people while you're out there, so being respectful of other boaters. Boating's, everyone's out there to have a good time, and it's being respectful of everyone and using some common sense to really make sure that everyone is staying safe and not to ruin anyone else's fun. So, and being respectful of the homeowners as well, because some people like to boat really close to the shore, and we always encourage people to get away from the shoreline and kind of get out into the middle of the channel if you can.
Yeah, I always love when people go to tnwildlife.org, click on that boating button, and just go through the checklist that they need of everything on their boats, have that boating safety handbook, just refresh. It's the time of the year to refresh that knowledge.
100%.
Recheck everything on your boat, that all your parts are working, that everything's included on there, as our officers would say, that they need for safety.
Follow our social media. I'd like to say that. Follow our social media, because we're putting stuff out all year long. Right now, I mean, just recently we had boating checklist. You've got some graphics coming out talking about statistics and boating safety and what to be looking out for. So just follow us on social media. tnwildlife.org, you mentioned that. How do they find you guys on social? I mean, it's probably an easy MasterCraft Google and you can find it, but what's y'all's handles in social media?
off the top of my head, I'm MasterCraft Boat Company.
Yeah.
For Instagram and Facebook, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's not really my expertise, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is.
But you can find it.
Yeah,
It's easy.
you can
It'll come up.
find it.
But we're on all the major channels, so Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, we're all on that. Then again, the biggest resource for consumers about us is our website, MasterCraft Boats, MasterCraft.com. We also have how-to videos on there as well. So if you want to learn how to surf, or how to pull someone surfing, or how to launch your boat or dock your boat, we have a lot of variations of how-to videos to really help our consumers out.
I surfed for the first time. I think we were in October, and those videos were, I was watching them the night before, like vigorously. So it's really actually a good help. They're quite useful.
Yes.
I think that's cool because, I mean, these boats are designed totally different than your pontoon or your bass boat or something. They're designed to do different things, and you may be new at it, so those videos would be very helpful.
They are.
We talked about in the previous show how these boats are made to sink lower and create that wake and things like that I would have no clue where to start.
Not too hard. They're very easy to use, intuitive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, one other thing before we run out of time, I want to mention, remember our website, gooutdoorstennessee.com for your licenses, for getting those permits to take those boater education courses. And there's just a lot of resources out there to visit our website there for the license side of things. But then, like Mimi mentioned, tnwildlife.org. The classes are listed there, the handbook's listed there, tips and regulations and everything that you need to know is listed there. So I know we're all talking safety right now. It's just what's on the forefront of our mind. Be safe on the water. Yeah, it's just that time of year. It's hot and it's time to get on the water. So
that's right.
It's great time.
Wanting to be safe. Anything else you guys want to touch on about your boats, about your facility, about MasterCraft before we run out of time?
I'm just so happy to have you guys here and for this partnership to get started. I look forward to, what future years have to bring and what other campaigns we come up with together. So this is an exciting opportunity, and I really look forward to working with you guys. It's a great product, and I'm happy to be working with one of the finest agencies in the state. So,
thanks. We feel that way.
Yeah, we appreciate
Thank you. We're very fortunate to have some of the best officers on the water that just do an outstanding job for us all day long. Again, they want you to be safe and have fun with your families, but do it responsibly. So, can't say enough good things about our officers. Thank you both for being with us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for reaching out, LeAna. We love it. How fun for us. Thanks for your time and everything that you do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You real quick, you mentioned our officers and how great they are, but I mean our whole agency, you talk about how talented your crew is. We have such talented people at the agency that can do just about anything. Talking about being in Tennessee and the quality of workmanship that we have here in Tennessee to work in your facility.
Yeah.
We got the same people out there on WMAs, out on our waters. It's amazing.
I'll say MasterCraft has a mission, TWRA has a mission statement, and we follow those and take great pride in them, and that's evident in your employees and in the two of you. So thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks to our employees.
Thank you guys. So LeAna Warner and Dan Tremaine, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, this is Tennessee Wildcast. We'll see you next time. Don't forget shop.gooutdoorstennessee.com. Pick up a hat like I'm wearing today. We've got all kinds of cool stuff out there. That's a great place to pick up some TWRA swag. So had to throw that in there. We'll see you next time. This is Tennessee Wildcast.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected with TWRA by visiting our website at tnwildlife.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, it's all about Tennessee wildlife. It's what we do. Tennessee Wildcast will be on the air again next week. We'll see you then.